Story for us, Jim. This is highlighting a serious problem for the United States right now.
Well, no question, arguably one of the closest U.S. allies in the world here in the Philippines, going into the camp, it appears, during this visit in Beijing, of one of America's greatest rivals, and that is China. I caution our viewers here that some of the sound they'll hear from the Philippine president could be offensive. The Philippines' combative president, Rodrigo Duterte, was given a full state welcome to Beijing, complete with military honors. And he came prepared to return the favor, and then some, disavowing his country's 70-year military, diplomatic, and economic alliance with the U.S. to the benefit of America's growing Asian rival, China.
In this venue, I announce my separation from the United States, both in military, not maybe social, because the Philippines, both in military, but economics also.
Duterte then added his hopes for another new friend, Russia.
America has lost me, and maybe I will also go to Russia to talk to Putin and tell him that there are three of us against the world: China, Philippines, and Russia.
The Obama administration is still struggling to respond to what can only be described as a groundbreaking split with one of America's closest allies in the world.
It is inexplicably at odds with the very close relationship that we have with the Filipino people. We are going to be seeking an explanation of exactly what the president meant when he talked about separation from the U.S. It's not clear to us exactly what that means.
Tensions have been rising in the Philippines. An anti-American protest outside the U.S. Embassy in Manila got bloody yesterday when a police van repeatedly plowed into the crowd. And this all couldn't come at a worse time, as the U.S. faces off against China over its massive territorial claims in the South China Sea, a conflict in which the Philippines and the U.S. had stood shoulder to shoulder until, it appears, now. Duterte's disavowal of Washington has at times been deeply personal. In September, when asked about Mr. Obama's criticism of his violent crackdown on drug crime, Duterte called the sitting American president this:
"Son of a bitch, I will swear at you."
He later apologized, but soon after announced that he was canceling military exercises and other cooperation with the U.S. This after the U.S. has recently expanded military ties at Manila's request to fend off Chinese territorial claims in areas the Philippines claims as its own. Administration officials tell me that the U.S. has still not received any requests through official channels from the Philippines, Wolf, but those public statements in Beijing next to the Chinese president, they speak volumes.
They certainly do. A very, very disturbing development. Jim Sciutto reporting.